Hi everyone, guess where I'm at? I'm in Kerala, God's own country, visiting my family and I'm at the tail end of my trip, and I've just completed a ton of amazing conversations with lots of loved ones, lots of friends, old and new. And I also, since I'm on the topic of this trip, I'll quickly just wish my mother-in-law a very happy birthday once again. I personally just completed a birthday as well. Our birthdays are just a week apart from each other. And today is a day where I get to share with you some of my takeaways from this trip, because in these conversations, I'm at that age where conversations tend to be deep, they tend to be thought-provoking, they tend to be all about, what gives meaning to decisions and actions and intentions, right? And one of the topics that came up quite often, because I think a lot of people are in that space today where they think about these things, it's about the fact that the word no seems more important today than ever before. Not because, it connotes a negative, or it connotes, the opposite of yes, which is how we tend to think about it on the surface, but because it establishes boundaries to the framework of anything we set out to do. Now, on the one hand, we can choose to look at a goal that looms ahead of us as, intimidating, overwhelming, as big as this ocean that's right in front of me right here, right? It's our immediate reaction when we set our minds on a goal that seems large, that seems overwhelming. A good place to start, perhaps, if you think about it, would be what to say no to, because that establishes the structure to the substance, all this, of what creates the world of your intentions. So behind me you'll see everything being a mix of substance and structure. This tree, right? This tree is a perfect example of that, because one thing I remember from my school days is that the plant cells in all plants are amazing at having cell walls. Did you know that? Animal cells don't have cell walls like plant cells do. And that's what makes plants so much more resilient and adaptable and solid as compared to us. Alright? Now, we can model these guys. We can be solid, resilient, and adaptable, and embody all these seemingly contradictory qualities into a unified whole. We can marry substance to structure in order to make our goals something defined and manifested in the real world. This is what the real world looks like in its purest sense. All this nature, even water, it's a blend of substance and structure. Anyway, to me, substance is often symbolized by the word yes, where we let in opportunities and freshness and ideas and thinking. And structure comes from the word no, where we decide very clearly with that sense of absolute clarity that we feel in both our mind and our body, What is non-negotiable? What is the line we don't feel we should cross? Notice I'm not saying we think we should cross, I'm saying we feel we should not cross. What is something that should be left out of the equation so that we can tunnel vision and focus on the equation itself? As you think about this later today, you're going to see that this repeats itself, this kind of balance of the yes and the no's, of substance and structure, of what matters and what doesn't matter. You'll notice that this balance is something that is repeated throughout the universe, is repeated throughout the world, is repeated in everything we do, we say, we feel, we experience, in all the lessons we have learned over the years, that we have grown wiser and stronger and more capable, and that we'll continue to grow with as the years progress. So here's wishing you all a wonderful month, a wonderful week, a wonderful day, a wonderful year. And remember, it's all about identifying structure versus substance, the yeses versus the nos, the non-negotiables versus what we are going to let in, balancing creativity with stability. Take care, stay intentional, and I look forward to future uploads like this one where I get to meet you guys again. Bye. This is Priya B from intentionalcoaching.online signing off.